Fritz Haarmann was not just a serial killer, he was a walking failure of an entire system. In post-World War I Germany, Hanover was drowning in poverty, homelessness and chaos, and Haarmann thrived in that disorder. He appeared to be a small, jittery man with nervous energy, known to police as a useful informant who helped identify black market traders and petty criminals near the train station. What no one wanted to look too closely at was why he spent so much time around runaway boys and homeless young men. Between roughly 1918 and 1924, Fritz Haarmann murdered at least 24 boys and young men, though the real number may never be known. His hunting ground was Hanover's Central Station, where displaced youths passed through daily, desperate for food, shelter, or work. Haarmann offered them a place to stay, a meal, or protection from police, luring them back to his small apartment. What happened next was almost unspeakably brutal. Haarmann killed by biting into his victims' throats, crushing their windpipes with his teeth, a method so disturbing that it became his signature. Afterward, he dismembered the bodies, disposing of bones in the Leine River and processing flesh in his apartment. Even worse, evidence suggested he sold human meat on the black market during a time of severe food shortages, meaning parts of his victims may have been unknowingly consumed by the public. For years, Haarmann should have been caught. Neighbours complained of screams, blood and foul smells. Boys were seen entering his apartment and never leaving, but Haarmann was repeatedly arrested and released, often protected by police who valued him as an informant. In some cases, officers even returned runaway boys directly to him, unknowingly handing victims back to their killer. The case only unravelled in 1924 when a suspicious incident involving a young man drew closer scrutiny, leading police to finally search Haarmann's residence. What they uncovered confirmed the worst fears imaginable: human remains, bloodstains, and evidence of systematic murder. During interrogation, Haarmann confessed with chilling calm, showing little remorse and speaking as though he were describing routine tasks. His trial shocked Germany and exposed massive police negligence and corruption. In 1925, Fritz Haarmann was convicted and executed by beheading, but his case left scars far deeper than his crimes alone. He became a symbol of how predators can exploit social collapse, how authority can enable evil, and how easily the vulnerable can be erased when no one is willing to look too closely. The Butcher of Hanover wasn't just a monster hiding in plain sight. He was a monster shielded by the very people meant to stop him, quietly feeding on a society too broken to protect its own.